Heidi-ho there. What the podcast listeners? We've got a pot of gold for you today in the form of a podcast. Welcome back to What the Podcast. I'm Ryan.
And I'm John.
And together we are.
Ryan and John.
John,
I don't
you
do
said
the,
you were
I
going
don't,
to do the
I
voice.
don't do the voice.
Give me your best Irish.
I'm telling you right now, I just don't do it. Thank you.
Just say like...
I appreciate it. I know my strengths, not my strengths.
For me, because it's a holiday, will you just do like a little taste of something?
If you were Irish, I would.
Cara is.
Yeah, but Kara's not asking me to do it.
Cara?
Cara, she wouldn't.
She doesn't want it.
She wouldn't.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Fair enough. On the couch as always, Cara Tafolla.
You didn't say... You just say my name right.
Oh, on the couch as always, Cara Tafolla.
There you go.
Except I know for a fact that the word Tafolla was never spoken by an Irish person.
Fine. Go back in time just for
Okay.
today.
Cara O'Philly Tafolla
Oh.
is here with us today. Love her. And
Love
joining us this week, a real certified spuds person. And I from Irish descent, going back all the way. Oh, shoot, wait. That's a point of contention. She's a Scot, right? Aren't you a Scot?
I need to go.
Harry Skovmand.
Yeah, if you could say it in, my dialect.
No, you're Annie of the Danes, right? Aren't you? You're a Dane.
Last name's Danish. Most of the blood is Scottish.
How can you tell?
Annie, I also
Did you do
have
one of those?
Scottish in my
Oh,
blood.
sorry.
I have
Always
both.
fresh, never frozen. Annie the Skovman.
Yeah, my mom's grandfather is from Scotland, like 100% fresh off the boat.
Sure.
And my dad's mother was half Scottish.
But how do you know how much blood is in there?
Well, the percentage of Scottish on both sides outweighs anything else that they are. So then you mix it all together.
Annie of Scots. Annie of the Scots.
Annie of Scots.
Okay, well.
I'm a
Harry
Blair.
Skovman.
I'm a Blair.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Sound like How to Train Your Dragon.
And
Yeah,
that's
well,
me.
that is actually a historical fiction. It really happened. It didn't happen exactly like that,
But it happened kinda like
they
that.
did train the dragons. Am I right?
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought.
The names were a little hard to pronounce, so they changed them up. But pretty much the story is what happened.
So we go off of Chicago River rules, where it's not St. Patrick's Day today, but days after, the river will still be green. So it's green right here on this show. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Yes.
We are recording this on
St. Patrick's
St.
Day.
Patrick's
The
Day.
17th.
Let's go around the room and say our favorite thing that's Irish. John, you start.
Go, John, go.
See, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't do my research.
Anything Irish. Come on,
Anything
John.
Irish that you
John.
like.
Oh, chocolate coins, obviously.
Oh, hey. Got one for you right here.
Whoa, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was really
That's
cool.
pretty
Thank
good.
Chocolate coins when they're green, you mean?
you. Yeah.
Can you read yours for us? What does it say on it? The inscription.
May the luck of the Irish be with you.
Okay.
Wow.
Annie?
And also with you.
Your favorite?
My favorite is obviously the river dancing.
Okay.
Irish step.
Irish step dancing.
An Irish jig, if you
You
will.
think you'll ever learn how to actually do
Oh,
it?
we have my parents have a close friend, and their daughter does it competitively. There's no way in
Wait, we should
hell
have her
I'll
teach
ever-
us as a what the podcast
No, I think
short.
she does it
Next year.
I think she does she has a scholarship for college for it and stuff like that.
So she
But,
won't divulge your secrets.
No. Her
she won't
it's
teach us.
She's under contract.
tight to the chest.
Annie,
you know?
for that answer, you get a green chocolate coin.
Thank you.
Okay, you dropped
Annie
it.
has not.
No, I didn't.
Annie has not caught a single coin this morning.
Dang it.
Oh.
Cara? Favorite green, or not favorite green
Favorite
thing.
green thing.
Your favorite Irish thing.
Freckles.
One more time.
Whoa.
Freckles.
Freckles.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
not.
All right. You had to just clarify that. Cara, you get a green
I already have a coin. I already have a coin. I
Chocolate.
already have
Green.
one. I
chocolate coin.
Make sure you grab that. I don't want it to melt on my couch. Thank you.
have
What about
a
you,
coin.
Rye? What's your favorite
Thank
Irish
you for
thing?
asking, Annie of the Scots. My favorite Irish thing, it's got to be Guinness.
God.
It's got to be
I
splitting the
don't-
G and all that.
Jameson's pretty good.
Jameson is. I'm a fan of Bushmills as well. Doesn't matter.
My coin says the
matter.
leprechauns made me do it.
My second favorite
The
thing that
leprechauns
is
made me
very
do it.
Irish is drinking.
Yeah, we did our share of drinking this weekend. That was fun. Oh, sorry, we're
No,
not
we
talking
didn't.
about
We
that.
didn't.
We didn't.
Oh. What'd
We
you
mi-
guys do for?
We missed you, John.
Oh yeah.
We did a classic OB bar crawl.
I heard a little bit about it.
Yeah, things
Yeah.
got kind of out of hand.
It seems to always do on St. Patty's Day.
Well, at St. Patty's Day.
And I'll say
Well.
we had a full like meeting beforehand.
Like,
Annie
we're
and I,
not-
like,
we're not.
we are not. Annie was like, I am planning to have a couple of drinks and then be home by like 5 or 6 because we went day drinking. I was like, yeah, me
I thought
too.
we weren't allowed
Like,
to talk about it. Oh, that was just a bit.
what are we not allowed to talk about?
Just keep going.
Well,
We're
that's
in
just
it.
that's the
We're-
end of the story.
Yeah.
Is it didn't go as
It
planned.
did not go as planned.
I heard a lot about your personal experience.
Playing my tin whistle.
No, I heard that you at the end, like midday, you took a little nap.
That
then
wasn't
you
Well,
midday.
no,
that
it wasn't
was
midday.
night.
It's when we got
That was
back.
Came
night.
back from death.
You know, well, you know me.
He
know, my-
resurrected.
My
It was
move
crazy.
is find a couch, sleep it off.
Annie and I watched all of Luck of the Irish, and Ryan slept for the entire thing.
Yeah,
And he,
that's
lo-
true.
he like
I will
arose
say,
at the end.
I will say, nothing stops you.
That's my move.
That's nothing stops you.
Find the couch, sleep it off. Get back out there. Be hungover for the rest of
My
the
favorite
night.
Oh,
you know my
yeah.
favorite
Horrible.
story about that. But
Oh yeah,
I've already told it on this.
that's a
show.
post
This
show.
is a time warp.
This place is a time warp. I
10
got to
10
know
10
John's
a.m.
dad a
10
little too
p.m.?
much.
No, 10 a.m. What?
Oh.
I'll say we did a good old Irish time.
Yeah, we had a good old Irish time. Do you think they like that we equate drinking to their culture directly?
Yeah.
Are they a drinking? They are a drinking
Yeah,
people, and they'll
they're
tell you
drinking.
so.
To the point where it's when I was in Dublin, the sun sets like later.
Uh huh.
When I was there at least. And so you're like walking around, you're like, the sun is just setting. You're like, these people are plastered. And then you look, you're like, oh, it's like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
But I'm still like, wow, you guys are really drunk for 9 p.m.
Yeah.
San
Yeah.
Diego does a big St. Patty's Day thing. Too,
Yeah.
You know, there's like a big parade. and-
Sure.
I say next year, I got to get my ass to that parade. I got to shake my shamrocks down to the parade.
Oh,
There was a lot of talk about shaking shamrock.
I
will
love
say.
you're like, don't talk about me drinking. And then you're like, I gotta shake my shamrocks all
I
the way down to
literally
the St.
almost the
Patrick's Day
shirt that I
parade.
almost got was
Where's the
a
line?
shamrock shirt where it's 2 shamrocks on top of your boobs.
where
So
your boobs
I-
might be
I
on the shirt.
almost-
Whoa,
You and a
Cara.
half of
Hey,
you and a half of
yo.
me.
I
That's
went-
not what
I
we're
went
talking
classy.
about.
I went classy.
Good call.
Good.
Can we
Better
see
to
your
be
shirt?
classy.
Kiss me on
God,
my.
did
I went
anybody-
more
did
sexual
anybody kiss
assault.
you?
So
Oh. That's not what it
Why?
means. Is that what
It
it
is
is?
like if someone just kissed me randomly because they thought I was Irish, I'd be like, whoa, wait, what are
Hey,
you doing?
yo.
But
Exactly.
also, come back
But
here.
also, wait.
Where are you going?
Stop. I am.
will say this about
The next morning, I'm
St.
actually
Patrick's
Scottish.
I see a lot of merging of cultures.
Go ahead.
A lot of people in kilts where I'm like, oh, that's actually not.
You see people in kilts on St.
There was
Patrick's
a lot of people down in OB in kilts.
That's, I mean,
And
that's
you were,
on them,
you were
right?
upset, right?
I
You're
was
like,
just kind of like,
that's
well, now
mine.
I feel like that's where the Irish would be mad.
Yeah.
Where they're like, we don't wear those.
I mean, OB is like the merging of cultures down there. You got white
It
boys
really
and
is.
dreads.
It really is
Horrible.
down there.
That is so
Truly
true.
horrible.
I hate to break it to you, but kilts are also Irish.
My
That
bad,
can't-
Ireland.
Wait, that can't be right. They're
Yeah.
classically Scottish.
They are classically Scottish, but they are also Irish.
Yeah,
Good
but
for
that's
you,
like,
Ireland.
but that's like anybody could wear a kilt and be like, well, it's, somebody did in my culture sometime.
Scottish
You know?
Scottish quilts.
Scottish
Kilts
kilt.
are different. They
It's
look
a
different.
quilt.
Irish,
a
Scottish,
quilted
and
kilt.
Welsh kilts.
Okay.
Okay, well, there
We
you go.
learn something new on this show every day.
We certainly
I
do.
think they're
your
generally
favorite?
associated more with Scott.
Who's
Yeah.
your
Scotland.
favorite Irish person?
Cara, for sure.
Saoirse Ronan.
Oh, John, do you have one?
Is Conan O'Brien, is he?
Conan O'Brien.
He is-
He's my
he is
favorite Irish
Irish.
Oh,
person.
Conan O'Brien.
Irish
I
Catholic.
think
Kinda what I was
he's
thinking.
kind of well. Oh shoot, should I say JFK?
Oh, he's a pretty good Irish
His
person.
ghost might come back for you.
I'm gonna say
Mine's JFK.
Wait, is Liam Neeson
Yes.
Irish or
Liam Neeson.
Scottish?
He's Irish.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. But I
Kara
would
says
say
that all the time,
Conan
though.
O'Brien's
It's
probably
not
one of my
right.
favorites.
It is not right.
I like Saoirse.
I do like Saoirse Ronan,
Irish. Okay, that's on me for questioning it.
but I think Conan O'Brien.
Are there any celebrities who are Scottish?
The guy who
Sure.
plays Owen Hunt on Grey's Anatomy,
Scottish.
Oh, I
He's-
haven't seen Grey's
he's-
Anatomy.
Scottish.
Scottish.
Does he have a-
David
does he have a-
Tennant is
he's not
also Scottish.
Just
David
David.
Tennant.
James McAvoy,
Yes.
Gerard
The guy
Butler.
on Grey's Anatomy, does he have a Scottish accent?
In real life, yes, but he does an American accent on Grey's Anatomy.
Whoa, that's so crazy to me
He voices, I believe, the dad in How to Train Your Dragon.
because he's so good, like at the American accent on Grey's Anatomy. I would never even have guessed it.
You'd
That's
be
crazy.
surprised how many Scottish actors there
There's a
actually are.
lot.
I'm gonna just lightning round. James McAvoy, Gerard Butler, Ewan McGregor, David Tennant, Robbie Coltrane, R.I.P., Sean Connery, R.I.P., just to name a few.
Yeah.
Okay, go to Irish then.
Oh.
This can't possibly just be a show where we
We
name
Well, you
talked
just
about
listed
Irish.
Scottish
That
on
was
St.
like
Patrick's Day.
Thank
so.
you. Thank you,
okay,
Cara.
you know
that
what?
was kind of rude.
Okay, Colin Farrell, Cillian Murphy,
Colin-
Saoirse Ronan, Liam Neeson, Brendan Gleeson. Almost write a song.
Liam Neeson and
Pierce Brosnan.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
got
is he
Pierce.
Kevin McKidd.
That's the further I go down the list, I don't know.
You can't read it.
Michael Fassbender. Well, that's our
Anyway.
show today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to What the Podcast. This is a show where we name actors of different descents.
4 years ago, and he just fell in love with it. We actually shot a lot of it on the island of Skye.
Wow.
Who's
the,
that?
the island of
That's the
Skye.
Grey's Anatomy guy. I could not, dude. He does such a good.
yeah, you
American
couldn't.
accent.
You
That's
didn't. First of all,
crazy.
you didn't believe me.
No, I just wanted to hear it. That's cool. Anyway,
don't-
sorry. We're
I
done
don't
with the
watch-
whole Irish.
I don't
thing.
watch that show.
We're done with the whole Irish.
We
thing.
have to leave Ireland behind,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay? 'Cause
But
really,
Conan O'Brien.
Let's not leave Conan behind.
Conan O'Brien. We just found out he is going to be hosting the Oscars again next year.
I've had a really devastating fact about Conan O'Brien this week.
Oh my
A
god.
devastating fact.
It was so.
He dyes
sad.
his hair.
It was so sad. No, in 2024,
Uh-huh.
in December,
Yeah.
he has two parents in their 90s, and his dad died, and of like a heart attack. I think like something sudden, like it wasn't expected. 3 days later, his mom dies.
She died of
Broken heart.
Oh,
That's, I think, way more common than we realize.
Can we get a pulse on Dolly Parton? Is she doing okay?
I think she's fine now.
Annie,
We've
worried
passed
about her.
the
that
3 day
woman
threshold.
has been running her
I'm
life.
so
We don't
worried
even
about
we didn't
her.
even know of this guy.
I
you
was
didn't know about
good.
Carl Dean?
I'll-
I knew about Carl Dean.
I'll actually say, I don't know if I knew about him either. I thought
That was the
I
whole point. He
kind
went
of
to one red
assumed-
carpet and he was like, "I hate this. Please don't make me do it." And she's like, "Don't worry,
I
honey, you
kind
don't
of
have to."
assumed she was single like a Pringle.
No,
But that's
she
what I'm
was married to
saying.
him before she got famous. She's been married to him for 40
Oh,
years.
well, that's good.
40
So
years.
let
Also,
him be at home.
she's also quoted not doubting their love. I'm sure they had a great marriage.
No, they
Awesome.
kind of had
She's
like
also
a,
quoted
you
saying,
can cheat on
"Meh."
me, but as long as you don't hurt me, I don't care.
She also said, "I've had many loves, but he was definitely my favorite." But that tells me like, okay, it's not like their whole worlds were like entwined.
What
I
was
don't
that
think.
thing you said, Annie, just now?
No, there was a whole thing
You
where
can
she
cheat
was
on
like,
me and I don't care?
no, she had a whole thing where she was like, as long as you don't hurt me, like, it's none of my business.
I'm not sure what that means.
Because people talk about like him flirting with Jolene was written based on a bank teller that he used to flirt with, or a grocery
Oh.
store lady,
Okay.
and she found out about it, and she was like, "Hey, knock it off."
Jolie.
And someone like confronted her about it, and she's like, "Listen, like if he's like going flirting with a girl at the grocery store, like as long as it doesn't actually hurt me, I don't care. Like it's not that big of a deal." But
That's a bold stance to take after writing Jolene.
Jolene,
Like a famously song
Jolene,
against
Jolene.
cheating, taking my man.
Yeah. But okay, so Conan's mom died. of
I love
broken
Conan
heart.
O'Brien.
Both his parents died within 3 days of each other. I mean, they were in their 90s, but just like that is so crushing. You know, it's like I can't imagine losing a parent.
think he
and then the two
celebrates?
the same day?
Celebrates what?
St. Patrick's Day.
Hell yeah.
Conan O'Brien.
has
Oh my
to.
God, I would love to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with Conan
Are you kidding
O'Brien.
me? He's Irish Catholic.
Oh,
my
Conan
Like
O'Brien.
the most
so he,
Irish Catholic person
so he
ever.
Did
from
you ever
Boston.
celebrate?
Are you
You didn't say
interviewing?
it.
I don't know.
But do you, okay, so he's hosting. He just hosted the Oscars though,
Yes.
so he's hosting again.
He's going to host again in 2026.
So did
next
they
year.
say like, "Wow, you did such a good job"?
I imagine it goes something like that, just to lock in, to say like, hey, you know. But it's weird to announce it when I feel like it got announced only a couple months ago that
But
he
he
was going to host
hosting.
this year.
Do you
So
think
maybe-
someone dropped out?
Well, Jimmy Kimmel does it every year. He's done it for the past like 10 years or something.
What?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, I'd rather have Conan.
You know what I love about this show is it's like it's our first day on planet Earth. It's like, what? Jimmy Kimmel hosting the Oscars?
Do you guys think that we should have the same hosts, or should it be a rotation? John asked this earlier.
No, you don't have to give me credit. It's a good question.
I'm just
Great question.
I
Hold
think
on,
it
guys.
should.
Hold for
Hold for
lawn
leaf blower.
maintenance. I don't know if you can hear it in the camera.
You
you can't.
It doesn't matter.
I personally think that it should be a different person every year, because I kind of think of it as like what I don't know what a good, I guess a good example of, but you
Topical?
know, like it should be like whoever's big that year. You know what I'm saying? Like a landmark.
Sure.
Like when Ellen hosted, it was a big deal because like Ellen was on the
Right.
top of the world at the time. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's like that's where. And I'm not saying Conan isn't the top of the world. He's got a great podcast. He's got cool stuff going. But I'm just thinking like, I want to look back to going like. When Ellen hosted, Ellen had like such a grip on the entertainment industry, and that was like the Ellen era, and that's why I think different hosts every time is good because, especially nowadays, I feel like there isn't one person that dominates.
No.
For years and years and years,
Totally.
it's always. And lately, I feel like it's been a lot of like brand new people coming out of the woodworks. Maybe that's mostly music, but even in the media realm. But
I think when they find something that works, they should stick to it. I think I always think about when Neil Patrick Harris hosted the Tonys, and he had this beautiful, and I mean, you can't just do that every year.
Yes.
But he had this awesome musical number where it was like summing up all of the people that were nominated, all of the different shows that were nominated, and like it had a good message, and it was like really well done. I think that was probably the peak of
and
Award
then at
shows.
the end, he had Lin-Manuel write that rap about what happened at the Oscars.
Yes.
And like there was that whole thing where Lin was like writing in the background with like things that happened.
Awesome.
So that's cool. Yeah, I agree.
So I think, I don't know.
Do you think Conan nailed it out? Do you think he knocked it out of the park this year?
I think I love Conan, so I was obviously grading on a curve.
Yeah.
I think it was okay.
Yeah.
But I think the
Because I
Oscars,
kind of thought it was meh. But
I think the Oscars in general were just kind of meh because his hosting stuff was great, but the in-between stuff was kind of meh. And we have a whole Oscars episode where we kind of recap the award show. So what's that, episode 219 or something like that?
219. Was it
That was
that
a couple.
long ago?
It was like a month ago.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Well, that's not that many episodes, but check that out. We'll link it below.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think that if it works, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. But I don't know. Like I just think, I like Conan. I thought he was funny. I mean, like I said, I like his comedy. So I'm not mad that he's doing it again. But
Big fan of Conan.
like, wouldn't it be cool to just have like whoever just fully captured the world that year? Like it's a hard metric to find. But you know what I'm saying? Like next year,
'Cause with our luck-
Timothy Chalamet does it.
Yeah,
Like,
with our luck,
crazy.
it would be like, Honk to a Girl would be hosting it this year. You know what
No,
I mean?
she's done. She's running from the
Good.
law.
Put it. What?
Yeah, you hear about this?
No.
No.
She's in legal trouble.
Oh.
She started a hawk to a Bitcoin type of thing, a cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And
yeah, to a coin. Yeah.
yeah, to a coin.
I know.
and
Yeah. How's it doing? I'm invested.
it went down
What?
hard.
What?
And now people are suing
Oh,
her.
No, not to a coin.
We should start a
To a
start a what the podcast coin.
WTP coin.
Yeah. You guys want to get it on the ground floor?
Listen, I got this great. It's called WTP coin. It's called Artie coin. We'll name it after Artie. Do you guys know who's on TikTok right now? Casey Anthony.
Oh yes, I
I'm
saw that.
We haven't talked about this at all.
And she was like,
You
I
guys
was
remember-
wrongfully accused of murdering my daughter.
You guys remember Casey Anthony, of course.
That
Allegedly killed her daughter. We don't know. But she was found in the trunk of her car after she was dead.
Oh my god.
Was acquitted. Was found not guilty of.
she was found. She wasn't found in the trunk of her car.
She was, wasn't she?
She was found
They
in
found-
a trash bag.
Yeah.
And then in a suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
What was her suitcase?
Uh-huh.
And then there was traces of her in the car.
In the car. That's what. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Allegedly.
The car was like repoed.
She was probably in the back of the car.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. The fact is this woman stayed pretty much dormant for like 10 years.
What she should have done is changed her name and gotten plastic surgery and tried to hide from the world.
But instead, she has now come out on TikTok as like trying to be, what would you say, like a business person, right? She's trying to launch like a law campaign or something, like where she's like, I'm a lawyer and I'm helping people that were like wrongfully, accused or something. Like, it's like, I don't know. I mean, OJ stayed in the public eye, but OJ didn't like fully, turn into the storm, right?
He did write a whole book saying, if I had done it.
Oh, that is true. That is true. But
If
That's
I
just,
did
that's
it.
just funny.
OJ, it's a bit.
The if really
You seen
tiny.
the thing where they interviewed him like 20 years later or something, and he pretended to like he like scared the interviewer and like with a knife and was like,
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
And they're like,
Crazy.
I can't believe I didn't realize.
What about OJ? About the Jews?
We literally watched the new documentary. I thought he was found guilty
Oh wow.
this whole time
Oh, really?
because I knew he went to
He was in
jail.
jail
I didn't
for
realize he went to
theft.
jail later.
So awesome.
in life.
I watched. Kara had never seen Star Wars, so for the first time, I watched Star Wars with her. And spoilers for Star Wars. Luke finds out that Darth Vader is his father.
Yeah.
And it was like a huge shock to Kara. It was so
I didn't know.
I think about this all the
Oh,
I'm
I
like that
know.
was but that was such
Luke, I am your father. The most iconic movie quote.
exactly. That was such a good moment for me because I had it spoiled a long time ago before I've been watching Star Wars my whole life. I never got to have that moment.
Wow.
I had it through Kara. I had that moment again watching the OJ trial. She was like,
he was found
he was
innocent?
found innocent, but all the facts, but the glove.
Also watching Airplane for the first time.
The glove don't fit, so you must acquit. I do love Airplane too.
Yeah.
Casey Anthony, I think about all the time because that was
Why?
just
Why? All the
because that was such a
time.
high profile case, like when we were like in middle school, right? When
Yeah.
was that? Kind of 2010, 11.
I want to say it was less than that.
I'll say I learned about it when I was an adult. I never knew about this kind of stuff that happened when I was.
This shows
man.
that
Kid.
your mother protected you from
I-
it. My
I
mom
never
and dad
heard of it
had that
either.
crap on the TV.
We were watching
We were
it.
watching
Yes.
it.
I didn't hear about it at all.
Oh, my parents were
Just
always
a
very,
bubble, protective
very
bubble.
good
gonna
about
read
like
you a
if
little
there was
description.
wait, if
Maybe
there
it's
was like
because of
a-
cops. Maybe it's because of cop dads.
Maybe my parents were always good. Like if there was a girl that was missing or something, like they wanted to be updated on what was happening. So like anytime a girl would get kidnapped in the area, or like that sounds so horrible, but like
2008.
yeah, that's what I said. Oh my God.
2008. Wow.
Why would
The
you be exposed to that in
Yeah, we-
2008?
Yeah, I was gonna say we were like
12
in
years
sixth
old.
grade.
It was
You
it
see
was
stuff on
the
TV.
News.
It was huge on TV.
There was no changing the news. Like it was on every news channel.
And
If
your
you're
parents
watching the news-
allowed you to watch that?
I don't think
It was
they-
just on.
It was on.
It was
yeah.
just
Okay,
like-
you were in like 3rd grade. You were in 5th grade.
Yeah,
we were
so-
in 6th
What,
grade.
you
Hey.
weren't watching TV in 5th grade?
Sorry, we wanted to know what was happening. We have our finger
No.
on the pulse of the streets.
I don't think Annie.
No,
actually
I
watched
went
it.
home and I watched Disney Channel.
We were
Thank you.
tracking that Obama election pretty closely. It was on 2008, the summer of 2008.
We weren't.
The stock
What a
market's.
good year.
I don't know
I think you guys are messing with it. I don't think you actually watched it on TV.
My
I don't
parents had the
believe
news on.
about
it for
Casey,
sure was
the
on.
Casey Anthony thing.
It was
I
a
think
Casey
huge.
Anthony.
I think you heard about it later, and you've
No.
now imposed this memory of you watching
That's-
it in real time.
That's
Wild.
crazy.
Agreed.
Thank
That
you.
is-
Agreed.
That's crazy.
You know
Especially
what?
Annie.
Maybe it's something in the
Especially
water
Annie.
out here because I don't
That
know
is
what you guys are
crazy.
talking
I don't
about.
believe Annie watched it in 4th
Talking about
grade.
Yeah, I
Casey
don't agree
Anthony?
either. I don't agree
This
either.
is okay.
I'm not gonna do it.
Timestamp this.
But
not
you
gonna
know,
do it.
but you
Timestamp
know,
that.
like,
I'm
you
gonna
know what
call
I'm talking
Jimmy
about.
Robbie.
You know what I'm talking about, where like you learn about something and then you go like, oh yeah, I watched it, and then you're like, there's no way I watched it. Like you're like, but you
There's-
just feel like
what?
you
So,
feel like you remember
Walk
watching
me
it,
through a day in the life of John in 5th grade.
not watching the Casey Anthony trial. That's
Dude,
for
if
sure.
we weren't sitting there going, "Hey, mom and dad, turn on the Casey
Well, that's
Anthony
what
trial."
happened to Casey
Hold on,
Anthony.
that's how you guys are
No,
pitching
it was
You're pitching
my
like
parents.
You watched it.
My
like,
parents
day to
at
day.
night.
Absolutely.
There was no like, "Oh yeah, you can go watch Nickelodeon right now. Let me turn it on." It was no, we're watching the news. You can go in
Yeah,
another room
for
and go
sure.
play, or you
So
can
what
sit
did you
around.
do? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I played in the room. I TV's
You watched the
on.
whole trial.
No,
You're
I'm
outta
saying
here.
it was
See, that's
on
how
the.
you're
We're not
saying
It was
it.
on
okay,
the
hold
news.
on, hold on. It wasn't an OJ level event. It wasn't like everyone at the time was watching it, but it was in the news every day.
It was
what
a-
happened to Kaylee Anthony? There was new evidence that came out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. That
Actually,
makes more sense.
actually, this speaks so much to you two as people now. It makes so much sense. Where I come in, I rip it. I'm like, hey, this thing happened. You're like, what? I'm in my TikTok. I'm in my reels. Yeah, you know what,
No,
John?
it was crazy because it
We're
started.
it's about to come
I'm
around
sorry
on
that
reels.
we were protected.
So you'll hear about it on reels. It's gonna come around.
It
I'm just-
started
Any minute now.
It started as
These are
she
high
was
on drugs.
missing. The little girl was missing,
Okay.
and then it was like this manhunt to find this little girl, and then her the whole thing. It was kind of like Lacey Peterson in the sense that like Casey Anthony, her mom, was like going out and partying while her daughter's missing, and everyone's like, dude, what the hell? What did you do to your kid? She's like, I didn't do anything. What are you talking
think,
about?
You know what? I think it is the shelter thing because my mom was always about like, hey, like
You watch
people,
out.
watch out because people like to steal kids. And
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
yes, like the whole milk
Absolutely.
carton thing worked on my parents. My
Oh.
mom was like, do not go outside. Like somebody, and look at this.
Oh my
Look at-
gosh.
I'm like, well, that was her own mother. So that's different. But she's like,
She's like, look at you can't trust anyone, not even me.
not even me. Don't even trust me.
Don't even trust me. Yes, mom, got it.
Hold your keys like this.
Literally. if someone's walking and freaks
for
you
the
out, you look
eyeballs.
them straight in the eye so you know that they know that you know that you saw them. I was like, okay.
It's just crazy. It's crazy.
But it
to
was a
me.
huge thing. And then her body was found, and then it was like, okay, what happened to Kaylee? And the whole time Casey was just being so avoidant. And I did see the TikTok where she came up and she's like, I'm Casey Anthony. I was like, oh,
rough. I
And
think she
her-
might have taken it down because it's now just a lot of people duetting her like with screen recordings.
yeah. Her defense was that she thinks her dad killed her daughter.
Oh.
That was what she said.
But the whole thing was like
The mom called the
she's
cops.
mentally unstable. I've gone down the TikTok rabbit hole because of this recently. And people are like, bringing back up the details and everything. And it's like the phone call where they're like, we need to know where Kaylee is. And she's like, ugh, like, you guys, I'm in jail. Like, you need to come bail me out. They're like, we need to know where she is.
There's this
like,
crazy
"You guys are crazy."
moment where she's like telling the cops she works somewhere, and they're like, okay, take us to your job. And she drives them to a random like business,
Yeah.
like a corporate office, and starts walking them through. And everyone's like looking at her like, what is happening? And finally they get like halfway through the building, and she turns around and she goes, fine, I don't work here. And they're like, yeah, dude, like what is happening?
Yeah.
She's like,
So
fine,
crazy.
I don't work here.
That's
Crazy.
our justice system.
Yeah.
Helping people
And-
get free.
Wow.
Cool.
Hey,
Cool that you
research-
guys got to watch that. That's really cool.
I know. It's sad that what were you doing back then, you think?
Being a normal kid.
5th grade.
Knocking two
Oh my gosh,
sticks together or what?
Were you watching the Disney Channel games?
I wasn't asked to solve the Casey Anthony murder, I'll tell you that.
Okay,
much.
we
well,
weren't asked to solve it.
Maybe
We
if
solved
you
it out of the
were,
goodness of our
maybe
hearts.
if you were, she would have been in jail right now.
Here's my theory about the Casey Anthony thing.
Let's hear it.
She killed
Is
her.
that you guys watch this documentary,
Uh-huh.
you get all the facts.
The
and now-
the documentary
And
being
now
the
you
OJ
guys,
the
now you
OJ
guys,
trial.
No, now you guys are imposing what you might have thought when you were a 3rd and 5th grader, and all this
Whatever.
is all being fabricated in your minds. That
Whatever.
like I remember all these facts coming out. It's like no, you just watched the documentary last week.
John,
That's why you know all
John,
that stuff.
John, you're responding from a place of ignorance, which is fine. It's fine that you missed a huge high-profile thing that happened.
I didn't miss it. I learned about it when I was an adult, like everybody else our age. I like we didn't
No.
watch it
That's-
on the news.
Chat, are you hearing this right now?
Hey, chat.
Are you-
Blow this up.
This is crazy,
I
right?
literally-
I'm being gaslit.
This whole thing is going to be blown open when we asked Tanya, and Tanya was like, I would never let
Thank
you
you.
watch that.
That's
Thank you.
so
And I want, hey,
It's the
funny.
same
That's
way-
so
I
funny.
want you to
Guys,
record
That's
it.
insane.
You're,
I want you to
you're
record it.
assuming that there was like footage of her killing her daughter.
And you know why?
It was a high-profile
No.
case.
It
You know
was
why?
on the news.
Because Olivia was a child.
Yes.
Was such a
My
small
sister? What
child.
does she have to do with it?
Why would she be exposed to
it,
that?
Oh
it was,
my God.
guys, it was on
You guys,
every
okay,
news channel.
You have this
There was
idea
no
that we were
avoiding
sitting
it.
around the living room like,
Watching
okay,
the
let's watch the
autopsy.
trial.
Let me
Oh.
get this straight. You weren't allowed to watch Harry Potter, but you were allowed to watch the news about a woman killing.
By
her
then, I
child.
was watching Harry Potter.
Okay, all right. Well, then
I
that
had-
it's possible. It's possible then.
So it's
Okay, so
it's
the
admissible.
reins had loosened. Got it.
Oh, wait a minute. The
Okay.
timeline wasn't making sense, but now it makes sense.
Harry Potter entered the chat.
thing.
Hold on, real
Once
quick.
I-
Were you watching Harry
Once
Potter?
I was
by then?
exposed to, because we would say it's worldly things. Once I was exposed to the secular world, it was like, all bets are off.
That's my.
I was watching,
Hey.
the war in Iraq, bunch of footage on
Keep
the
it
internet.
PG.
Yeah. Oh.
That
Okay,
was
well,
that's my gauge for you now. I was like, were you watching Harry Potter then or not?
Wait, were you in the was that Harry Potter time or not Harry Potter time? We are in Harry Potter time right now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you're really in the Harry Potter time.
I on the St. Patty's Day, of course.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Thank
often
you.
think about the magic that is St. Patty's Day
Oh.
and the magic it brings into our lives, much like that of Harry Potter.
Can you explain to me, in your opinion,
What magic?
what St. Patrick's Day is all about?
Oh, thank you. I've been waiting for
Yeah,
someone to
I
ask
know.
me this.
Sorry.
This,
It's like a double back transition. Go ahead.
lots of people think it's about snakes because St. Patrick drove the snakes out of Ireland.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with the snakes.
Nothing.
Nothing
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
It has to do with the love. St. Patrick's Day
Isn't
is
that
about
Valentine's Day?
Nope, shut up. It's about driving out the evil, bad, negative energy out of your life
Uh-huh.
and just filling that with camaraderie, love, and friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And bar fights.
And bar fight. Well, that's you fighting the evil in your life.
The snakes,
Yeah,
If you
the
will.
snakes in your life.
if you will.
It's really not about literal snakes, but it is like figurative snakes. Who are the snakes in your life? And how can we drive them out on the St. Patty's Day?
We went to St. Patrick's in Dublin.
Yes.
And we went to where that is where he is supposedly buried.
Allegedly.
In that courtyard.
What? I didn't know that.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And they had this whole thing where there was like where he was baptizing people. It was like this little pool.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
Pretty cool.
I love Europe for that stuff because it's like old. It's like, oh yeah, that happened in like the 1300s.
Yeah,
You know,
crazy timeline.
nothing in this country from that kind of stuff. We did a really good job of eradicating the native people that lived here.
History, yeah.
Yeah, you're American now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay. Well, first of all, I am
Okay,
Portuguese.
I think.
You guys, the
What
chocolate
again?
coins are actually pretty good.
Y español.
Well, yeah, and these mints that say leprechauns are hot. Where did the leprechaun come from?
Lore.
Can I get the lore of the leprechaun?
Yes. Thank you for asking. So the leprechaun comes from.
He's gonna make this up.
Of course he is.
the Latin, no, the Gaelic root lepra, which means like rambunctious,
Leprechaun.
and con, which means like
Con artist?
like what it sounds like, a con man,
Con artist.
like a rambunctious con man.
And that's why Irish people get
And
a bad
so,
name.
yeah,
Where did the whole gingers have no soul thing come from?
South Park.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Is it because they look like vampires, kind of?
Maybe.
No,
I'm pretty
I don't
sure
know.
it's from South Park, but I could be wrong. That's
Isn't
where
it a thing that gingers like
don't have souls.
know that they can't have
They can't go out in the sun. They have to be invited into a home.
no like
Just goes
they
full
like
vampire.
anesthetics don't work on them?
Oh, is that a
Oh.
thing?
Isn't that a thing? Is like when you have the red hair gene, like you little anesthetics, you need like a double dose of anesthetics.
I don't know.
Do gingers
Have
probably how they
souls.
got
have
Do gingers have souls? Yes or
drug
no? Problems.
problems? Study finds link between red hair and pain threshold.
So yeah, they have a higher pain.
Okay, wait.
Really?
The gingers being vampires goes back like a long time.
Oh.
Oh my god, they are vampires.
They said it just says in ancient Egypt, men with red hair were used as human sacrifices to the gods.
Oh.
Isn't that
It's
crazy?
a good thing I'm not that Irish.
AI
It's a good thing-
overview on Google says the statement "gingers don't have souls" is a harmful and inaccurate stereotype.
Is it stop saying that?
Please stop saying that. Written by a ginger.
Leprechauns
Yeah.
originated in ancient Celtic mythology, which we knew. Their name possibly stemming from the Irish word lecorpan, meaning small body.
That's 1,000% it.
That's what I said.
I'm gonna read one of
Small
these things
body.
I found on the post.
And it says that they're believed to be known as solitary trickster shoemakers and protectors of hidden treasure.
I always forget that they really love shoemaking.
Yeah.
You're talking about the leprechauns?
The leprechauns.
And they have
love
to- they
some
have
I
to-
thought that was the Keebler
They
elves.
protect.
No, the Keebler,
Keebler
elves,
elves
make
are
cookies
leprechauns, I thought.
No, they're elves.
Elves make cookies.
They make cookies in a tree.
in a tree.
But there
Did
are-
you not watch what's that movie? Is it Ella Enchanted?
That's just a
where he
cookie
talks.
bread.
He has a whole thing where he's like, "Oh yeah, as elves, you can only do a few things. You can either help Santa, you can either make cookies in a tree, or you can make shoes."
Annie, that is from Elf.
That's from Elf. That makes
And
sense.
that's from Elf, and that actually makes sense.
And the trolls weren't potty trained.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow.
Think about that next time you throw around knowledge about what was the point of this show again?
We
Leprechauns.
South Park. They don't have souls.
We don't know.
Conan O'Brien.
Leprechaun.
Casey Anthony. Listen, we like to keep our finger of the pulse of the streets in this podcast.
I'm currently scrolling Reddit to see if I can. give this
Gypsy
show
Rose has a
something
new show
relevant.
coming out.
What?
Good for her.
Life After a Lockup. is
Get
what
your
it's called.
bag.
She has a baby.
She's done. I'm done with her. Get out of here with your messy
Remember we
life.
thought she was going to be back in jail last year. That was one of our predictions.
I was really hoping she would.
Gypsy Rose. When did that all go down?
Do you ever,
Like
do you,
2013. It was not that long ago
do
when
you
she
think
murdered her
that
mom.
She
Awesome.
has an imaginary get out of jail free card. Like, do you think that people are hesitant to like go after her, prosecute her because of like her scenario?
The public perception or guilt?
Well, the fact
I think
that
she probably had plenty of trauma since she was arrested as. Well, I don't know if she was a minor.
it was a big it like kind of split the world a little bit
Like, she
when
probably
they,
had
when they
plenty of
arrested her because it
therapy.
was like she's been, victimized by her mom her whole life, and she
Yeah.
didn't actually kill her mom, but she was
Yeah.
a part of it.
Oh,
and
you watched that documentary? You learned about it last year.
I remember it when I was growing up. I remember it happening when I was growing up, actually. I think I was 4 or 5, and I watched the whole thing with my
In
parents.
2013. You're not getting how it sounds, John. Do you hear how it sounds? It's so crazy to me.
I was 6, and I was sitting on the couch. And my
She
parents
just said it was in 2013.
Let's watch the Gypsy Rose
You're like
doc.
a sophomore in high school. You should totally have known about
My
it.
parents sat me
Dumbass.
down and they said, "Listen, if we ever try to get you
Murder
to take
you.
medication,
If
that
we
you
ever
don't
try to
need,
convince you that you have cancer when you don't,
here's
It's
what you
it's
do.
so.
Like-
You know what? This is the perfect. It encapsulates exactly being on this show for me. I feel like
Okay, back
a
to the
crazy
task
person
at hand.
in a crazy house.
Back to the task at hand.
Yeah, go ahead.
How Irish am I?
Oh,
Did you just
great,
did you
great.
just check your?
I just rechecked.
I
Okay.
What
unfortunately,
percentage do you think I
Kara,
am?
I think you're way less than you think. I think you're only like 20%.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's higher than the last time you checked. So I'm gonna say like an even 30.
All right.
I think you're 13% Irish.
Okay.
Kara.
All wrong. Ryan was the closest without going over. 36% Irish.
Can
Where did you get?
That's
where,
pretty
where-
good.
And
where'd
yet
you
the
get it?
Middle Eastern overwhelms it with
how
the
much? How much Middle
43%.
Eastern? Okay, that's pretty.
Damn.
Well, that's still not half. I mean,
Wait, hold on.
I don't believe that you're any
where did
Italian.
You get your DNA
Ancestry.
ancestry?
so so this
The
is according to the Mormons.
Oh yeah, according to the Mormons, who are known for truthful facts.
It goes Middle Eastern, Irish, and then it's like, and then
here's
it goes like French, English.
Look, we have a whole catalog of episodes where I take down Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
It's a classic on this show. How can it change? How can they update it? Yes.
I think there's a portion in which they can't tell. They're like, man, this is, I don't know.
Is it based on when more and more people are
Other.
doing it?
Other percent other. It's
Okay.
like
more
Irish.
people that add to it.
So they're
They-
comparing it
like-
to other people?
They get the areas more.
My friend Tyler, her great aunt, worked at was this older woman who's worked at this historically black college, and she got her DNA tested, and she was 1% Moroccan. So she was like, I'm 1% black. I'm 1% black. And then it changed.
You know what I
And
mean?
it got taken away.
You know what I'm saying?
And she was like, no, it's wrong. I'm still 1%. And
It
Tyler was
gets-
like, no,
it gets
on the
you're
way,
fuzzy.
not.
on the
It
way
gets
to the test, she
fuzzy.
brushed up against somebody that was Moroccan.
It gets fuzzy with like borders.
Yeah, like where?
Like
That is interesting. how it
honestly,
can
the
change.
Irish and
I
the
didn't know it
Scottish
could
border
change.
is Northern Ireland
Oh,
is
my-
so close to the Scottish border.
Yeah,
My
then
mom
it's
loves
like,
to tell
are
me
you
all the time. She's
Scottish
like,
or
I
Irish?
just checked and it updated, and I'm a little bit Spanish. I'm like, Mom, you're like third generation from Portugal.
I heard
Like,
something.
what are you talking about?
I heard something that 23andMe is going out of business
because they were selling DNA.
because they're selling DNA. But then they're saying, now they're saying,
Just like Jurassic Park.
because they're going out of business, they still retain the ability to sell everyone's DNA profile.
Yeah.
They're like, if we're gonna get got for this, like we're
We're
gonna
going
make our
down.
bag.
So they're literally like, I guess there's like a form that you can go and fill out to like relinquish control or like whatever. So like everyone's like, you got to go out fill out. If you did ever
Yeah.
did 23andMe, you got to go.
I saw
fill
it.
out
It's a
this form.
Facebook post.
Dude.
It's you just copy and share it.
They're like, all we
There we
need
go.
is your
I relinquish
social
you.
security
There we
number and the last 4 digits of your credit card.
It's
The
actually
crazy,
We'll
a,
relinquish
the crazy
you.
part.
That's
it's
why
a
I
text
won't do
chain.
those.
It's you
says-
copy it and you text it to 10 friends,
says-
and then it's good.
And if
2%,
you don't, you'll have bad luck.
I know you're lashing out at me.
2%
That's okay.
French.
2% French.
2%
Holy
Spain.
wee.
Exactly. Like
Spanish.
what, is that-
1%
what do you mean?
Northern Africa.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Well,
1%
that would be
Denmark.
that would be Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Northern Africa is like Egypt. It's all right
Moroccan.
there.
This says Algeria,
1%
Libya,
Morocco.
Morocco, Tunisia, Western Sahara.
yeah,
Interesting.
I think I
How-
don't believe in that.
That's what I'm wondering is like, how can you be 1% of anything?
I
They're
know.
thinking
Well,
that
it also doesn't make
1% of your
sense.
DNA looks like it could be from Moroccan. Hey,
43.
let me
'Cause,
tell
like,
you,
heritage-
I'm not from Morocco. So
yeah, like
jot that down.
heritage, and then like where where
Like,
your
what are you
like
doing?
blood is from.
And
is,
yet,
I feel like
43% Levant.
I feel like we could answer a lot of questions by them just interviewing you.
I love
Where
how
are
it
your
says.
parents from?
I love how it
Portugal,
says the cuisine.
Spain.
This region shares the
but
values
that-
of family and kinship. The cuisine that includes olives, grilled meat, and sweets baked with pistachios, almonds, and honey.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Middle Eastern.
Beautiful. Baklava.
My people probably ate a lot of mac and cheese.
Are you talking about Alpinians?
No, just like people who hail from the land of Annie.
I like Alpinians.
Ale from the
Yeah, Alpinians from Alpine.
A lot of mac and cheese, a lot of chicken tendies.
Okay.
Wait, what is
Put
this?
us out of memory.
What is this?
Andy's diet.
Put us out.
Okay.
No, it's not my diet now.
I'm so lost.
Go ahead. And maybe a shamrock shake or two.
Shamrock shake.
Is anyone having
I'm
corned beef
1%
and
Irish because
cabbage?
I've had
I
a
love-
shamrock shake.
I
Any
love
corned
when
beef and
Annie.
cabbage tonight?
if you have a shamrock
Anybody?
shake right before you take your DNA test,
Will you be
it's like
Irish?
50% Irish.
Oh, you don't say.
Boing.
I'm 50% Irish coming to Disney Channel.
That's the thing we love about this show is we bring it all to the table and it's one big, great American melting pot. 4 of us with 4 brain cells kicking around. Hey, and just like our 4 brain cells, you can bring your $4 over here to our Patreon, okay? On Patreon, you get access to all kinds of fun stuff. We got updates over there. We got the post show. Sometimes we got a little pre-show. Sometimes we got behind the scenes stuff. And all of that money goes directly to keeping the lights on, keeping this show going. We love doing it after 226 episodes. I mean, there's no end in sight. So support us on Patreon, link down below. And that's
all
it.
you get.
You only get you get that little bit of time to push the Patreon, and that's about it. We do thank you, Patreon supporters. We love you, appreciate you, listeners, viewers on YouTube, Spotify, and otherwise.
Hinga-dinga-durgan.
No, that's the that's
We'll
Leif
see you
Erikson
next
Day.
What was that? Why didn't you eat your chocolate coin?
We need that to be the end.
Why didn't you get a chocolate
You need to
coin?
cut that. That needs to be a clip.
Oh.
Ting ding
I wanna
ding.
Hinga-dinga.
Oh.
Durgan.
Oh, there's actually
It's
some
not-
method to it.
My
There's
bad.
method to it.
My
Guys,
bad.
it's
There's
not
method
Leif
to it.
Erikson Day yet. We can't celebrate that yet.
I have no idea what that is. but-
Leif Erikson Day?
Dun 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 dun.
Get me out of here.
She had a chocolate coin. She's booty.
That's
All
a Molly
right.
Malone.
Okay, thank you all so much for watching. On the couch as always, Cara Tafolla, Amy the Skovmand. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And we'll see you next week on
What
What the
the
Podcast. You realize that when you try to end the show before me, it just makes me stretch it out further.
I think you're one of the snakes I need to drive out of my life.
Oh, I love the right back. She had a chocolate coin. She's going. She's losing it.
She's losing it. She's
Gross.
getting booky. Bye.
This. Her going.
Who's your...
She is losing it because
This
of
one-
the chocolate coin.
This one says, who's your patty?
Oh, no.